son, where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll. Examining his own attitude towards the possibilities of peace, towards the Soviet Union, towards the course of the Cold War.
It was a way of making me feel that they were a part.
You see it on the screen. It's the government that's saying school is pretty much shut it down. They got state troopers out there. They got planes flowing. They got strange machines.
Happy Wednesday. Peace and blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Shout outs to the good people. Appreciate you for being here. Shout outs to my poets, writers, content creators, all that good stuff. Hilary Clinton, you are full of shit. You are full of it. Nobody listens to you. Nobody believes you. We don't trust you. You and Bill, you are on some other stuff. Stop playing in our face. We know what's going on. We know you are a part of it. You are a part of the files. You are definitely a part of the files. I don't care what you say. Just keep it a whole buck. It don't matter what you say to these people. I don't care how many lawyers you got up there. You are a part of the problem. Shout outs to Hero for Hire podcast. I appreciate you for popping in. Hillary, stop it. Stop it. I got a clip I'm going to play via Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Those are probably some of the last few media sources that are still uncompromised to a certain degree. I don't watch nothing that is publicly televised on NBC, ABC. I don't watch none of that shit. If I want any of my information, I go straight to IG. I go straight to Twitter. Period. Now, I'm going to play this clip. This is just one, but there's another one where they're asking her about, can't even remember what the hell that shit was called. Like, it's a weird ass name or something. But it got something to do with some real freaky stuff. Like, all of this shit is fucked up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up on the big screen. I'm going to let it play. And I'm just going to share my thoughts on it. Do me a favor, like, share, repost, let the people know that we are on. Thoughts, comments, opinions about any of this. Let's get it.
And then how do you know Howard Lutnick?
I know Howard Lutnick because when I was senator on 9/11, the firm he headed, Cantor Fitzgerald, suffered the greatest loss of life. As I recall, something like 650 of his employees were murdered by terrorists that day. Howard Lutnick missed being a victim because he was delayed dropping his child off to kindergarten. You asked the question. I'm going to answer your question.
Now you're going to
This was what I spent my time doing.
I'm a survivor. To look out for other survivors trying to.
And I was taking care of the people who lost 3,000 lives.
And now you're being defiant and indignant today.
You asked me about
I have met
Howard
with Epstein survivors. I'm a survivor myself. You have emails. You've denied that Jeffrey Epstein, that you tried to get Jeffrey Epstein to give money to you.
I did not.
Howard Lutnick was.
If you have an email with me asking Jeffrey Epstein for money,
I have an email from Howard Lutnick sending it to Jeffrey Epstein and his people to raise money for an event, an intimate event for you at his offices at Cantor Fitzgerald. You're going to sit here today and obfuscate and say to this committee, you didn't try to get money from Jeffrey Epstein when there was an intimate event in an email that Howard Lutnick emailed to Epstein's people and Epstein to get him to come to your intimate event at Cantor Fitzgerald, a very small event. And so I'm not going to public. You want to yell at me, that's fine, but I'll yell right back. Well, okay? I am looking out for survivors. I'm doing the job that you would not do and refuse to do as Secretary of State. Thank you, and I yield back to
I'm going to finish.
All right.
Excuse me, can I interrupt?
I have another
photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room. Can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that can
I'm done with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
So I would like to understand how that's permissible.
It doesn't matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well,
I would like to take a break at this moment.
yeah,
I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
Go off the record. Go off the record.
Sensational.
About
Yeah, of course. Got up, then walked away. I ain't even here to run down a whole bunch of names. Y'all got the same information that I got. You see it. You discuss it amongst your peers. And even with Trump right now sending all of our soldiers into wars that they ain't got nothing to do with, to distract us from what's going on in our very own backyard, we're not going to let this slide. Now, when Bill Clinton and Hillary said, you know what, as citizens of this here United States, I think it is my duty to sit in front of all of you and do my due diligence to make sure that this never happens again. Everybody was like, bravo, bravo, Bill. Do what's right. Say what is going on. Tell the people what's happening. We want answers. Some people don't care. A lot of us actually want to know what is happening. Everybody said Bill and Hillary, when they decided that they were going to open their mouth, it would change the game. It would be revolutionary. High five. in the back of my mind, I didn't really care whether or not Bill said or Hillary said anything, because quite frankly, I didn't believe that either one of them were going to say anything that was going to be beneficial to the people. As far as I'm concerned, they are just as guilty as everybody else that's on the list. When you decided that you were going to sit in the hot seat, because I don't see nobody else doing it, Trump doing everything in his power to avoid this conversation. Hell, we even think Ghislaine Maxwell is roaming the streets, and whoever that is that's in prison is not even her. A lot of people don't even think she's in jail. Y'all ain't really locked nobody up. You're not really questioning nobody. Everybody that you're detaining, they're pilots, they're people that really just were chauffeurs. You're not going after anybody that should be held accountable. You put Bill Clinton, he was one of the most popular presidents that was a president, on the stand to talk about the Epstein files because he has some type of relationship with them, and you expect him to blow everybody out of the water. I didn't. I still don't think he's a smokescreen. I think he and her, they're the middlemen. They're the sacrifice. They're the poster childs. Let's give them something. Let's give the people something so they'll shut up. Leave us alone. Let's go over here and start dropping bombs on all these countries and blow up these schools with kids in them to get them off our helmet about this Epstein Island shit. People want to know what the hell is going on. Matter of fact, it's more than just people want to know what's going on. We want something done. We want the entire government erased, and we want to start over from scratch. I personally would prefer them just take everybody that is up there in those seats, take them all out, and grab folks from off the street. I would rather have a homeless person sitting in office at this point than anybody that's there, because I don't trust none of them. But you pick Hillary, who already had a whole plethora of accusations against her. You pick her and Bill to sit up here and not did a video on Bill speaking on how he didn't know anything was going on. Bullshit. You can read from the teleprompter all you want. They can brief you before y'all get the recording. I know how it works. Your lawyers and everybody who is with you, they tell you what to say, what to avoid, what type of tactics you should be prepared for. I ain't never had to go to court for no shit like this before or nothing like that, but shit, nigga, I watch enough Law and Order. I watch some court. I see a little bit. I know they prepare you. They prepare you for trial. They prepare you for being in front of the camera. They prepare you for being in front of hundreds and thousands of people. Whether or not you're promoting a book or you are being scrutinized for racism, they put you in a room with your PR team and your confidants, and they get you prepared for the onslaught of the media. You know the questions are coming. You know what they're going to ask. Why did you volunteer? Why did you even say, okay, let's go ahead and get ahead of this? Because that's what you did. You thought we can't really avoid it no more. Let's just jump in front of it and give the people something to work with. It'll look good for us. It'll look good for us to voluntarily offer our assistance in this. That way, it doesn't really seem like we are the bad guys here. It'll come off like we really want to help. And then the people will just, they'll feel a little empathetic towards us. And then we can kind of just brush this off. That's what you want. You want us to really brush this shit off. It's not happening. You know why? Because everybody hasn't been bought. Yeah. You got a crew. You got a team. We all have them. Question. Just honest question. Can you name one job that you've ever been on? And not like I've asked this before, but I'm asking again. Have you ever been on a job at any given point and you had a supervisor or a coworker who always got the extra hours or got the overtime or they got to leave early or they were known for covering up the cameras and doing dirty shit and getting away with it because they were family of the person who was sending out the paychecks? And have you, I'm sure everybody here knows somebody that knows somebody, if you don't know them personally, who's done that. They have a whole system, a whole crew. You just come into the job brand new and you notice it. Clear as day. Oh, this is that table. This is that table. They the hard workers. They the ones that half-ass and bullshit around and reap all the benefits from it. These are the ones who do this and these. Yeah, you know at least one. That's nothing but what this is. It's just in the government. Everybody got a crew, a format that works for them. And all you billionaires and got them. All of them are compromised. Majority of them are compromised. But the ones that aren't compromised, you took out, you eliminated, you sabotaged their careers, you destroyed their livelihoods, you made it hard for them to survive in the United States of America, you made it miserable for them. Anybody who decided to muster up the courage to speak against you, you silenced them. These movies ain't just movies. A lot of this shit is reality. You thought you were going to jump ahead, say a few words to the public. We were going to be okay with it, and then it was just going to be that. No, I don't think it's going to be just that. We spent way too many years slaving for you, losing our homes for you, spending too much fucking money on taxes, on insurance, healthcare, getting evicted. Our families are getting torn apart, divided. The nuclear household is damn near completely eviscerated from reality. And this is all a part of your plan. All of this is by design. Epstein had a conversation with one of your brethren within those emails speaking about COVID-19, using COVID-19 to kill off and depopulate the people. Had a conversation about how to tactically destroy the impoverished areas. If you are poor, if you don't make 3 or 6 figures a year, you're going to be a victim. All of this shit is systematic. All of it. You can't get away with this one. We might not care enough collectively to do what is necessary to get Trump out of office and get you out of your seat and put you behind bars. We might not collectively do what we're supposed to do to see the things that are necessary be done, but God will take care of it. He will. Doesn't matter if we do it or not. I would love it. I would love it if everybody here didn't care about social media status. I would love it if people didn't care about positions of power or blue checks and didn't care about whose name was attached to what and this and that. And we really just say, you know what, this ain't got shit to do with fame or fortune or notoriety. This is about children being snatched up every year. 300,000 children go missing a year. 300,000. And then you scroll Instagram and all these other sites and you hear these stories about, guess what? Your fast food. Your fast food isn't fast food. Your ground beef is not cow. Your Chick-fil-A is not Chick-fil-A. And then I got to think, well, who's responsible for the production? Who's manufacturing it? Who's giving the green light for it? And then you're taking billions and billions of dollars, sending it over to other countries while simultaneously taking billions and billions of dollars, building bombs, but you can't help these homeless people find shelter. Humans are humans' biggest threat. Humans are humans' greatest enemy. It don't matter how you cut it. The greed, the lust, the desires, all stem from us. We got to have everything. We have to be better than the other person, be more superior than the other person. We have to have control over everything. The Rockefellers, evidence of it. The Rothschilds, evidence of it. You guys have a legacy that gets passed down from generation to generation that follows your exact formula. They have a formula. Nobody watched that video that I uploaded. You should. Because it's the same system. And that's how they stay in positions of power. This shit right here, we don't believe you. Nobody believes you, man. In fact, I don't understand what the point was even doing this. I don't think we'll ever have an honest politician, a man or a woman who will stand in front of millions and millions of people and admit, I'm a fornicator, I'm a liar, I'm a manipulator, I've stolen, I've done. That's never going to happen. You're never going to get a squeaky clean politician. You guys built your careers off of the sweat and blood of Americans who believe in freedom, justice, free speech, the 10 Commandments. Y'all took that, rolled it up, and wiped your ass with it. Nothing about this is what's the word? This isn't divine. This isn't heavenly. This isn't angelic. This is demonic. All of it is demonic. We've talked more about trafficking this year than I think we've ever talked about it. I think we've talked more about blood sacrifices and rituals and all that shit more this year so far. And it's still, we just 3 months in. We haven't even gotten to the halfway mark of the year yet. And everything that we thought was bullshit 20 years ago, is a reality now. Now people are starting to wake up. People are really starting to see things for what they really are. And we just sat back and allowed you to spend this money however you want, lie in our face, show us every double standard that you could possibly show us. Everything that you say we are, you are. Everything about what we have been watching is a reflection of your own self-entitlements, your own beliefs, your own ideologies. Y'all worship Satan. You sold your soul. You perform witchcraft, sorcery. Everybody's not going to talk about this shit. There's but a few platforms that's going to talk about this shit. I don't care. I talk about all of it. Satan is real. Evil is real. It's all around us all the time. You're a prime example of it. Why are we spending $6 on a tank of gas? Why are eggs $18? Why does rent go up every month? Why is our food being sprayed down? Explain to me why there are over 1,000 different human DNA strands in our fucking meat. Why are you putting fetus DNA in our food? We're not going to just brush by that. I can't go to sleep, wake up the next day knowing that this shit is real. It's a reality, that they are the ones doing this to us. The same ones that's supposed to be protecting us and supposed to be making sure that we are safe and that there's no racism, no biases, and this, that, and the third. You're the same ones that's pushing it all out. Every commercial, every time you pick and choose who you want to censor and who you want to scrutinize, you prove over and over and over again how you really feel about people. The idea that you, Hilary Clinton, you got called out, and I'm gonna find that. I saved it. You got called out for putting on the face of a little girl. You skinned a child and wore her face as a mask and passed it off. We just going to ignore that? I used to think All this shit was make believe. Really. I'm just a regular person walking this planet trying to live the best way I can while I'm allowed to, and I still got I make it difficult. You do everything within your power to hurt us, to starve us, to mentally drain us. You got these other countries pissed off at us. We not the ones doing this shit. I didn't throw no nuclear bomb at you. I didn't do none of this shit. Did you? I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's these rich white people up here starting shit. They doing it on purpose. They want one world order. But I digress. What did you think this was going to be, Hillary? Some people are dumb. Some people are matter of fact, I'm not even going to say dumb. I'm going to say they lack the inquisitive nature to really know what they know. I'll put it that way. Like, just because you say something, that don't mean I gotta fucking believe that shit. Just because 6ix9ine or Blueface or somebody get on camera and say this is how you're supposed to be in relationships, or this is how you're supposed to do this and this, man, shut the fuck up, man. I don't listen to no R&B singers. I don't listen to no rappers, producers. All y'all fucking liars. All of you are bought. All of you are compromised. All of you. All you niggas is compromised. We are just we're cattle. We're cattle and product. Nothing more. Oh, we supposed to be okay with that. Is that what I'm gathering here? Now look, man. Just because y'all was so gracious to be here, I found what I was looking for. Oh, no, we gonna be on their helmet all this year. I don't care. Be on your helmet. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of you rich bastards. Y'all shouldn't have the success you have. You shouldn't have the fame, the fortune, and the wealth that you have. You bleeding us dry. You got us out here committing suicide. You got us out here hating each other. You got us out here killing each other in the streets. We just doing every and anything, all because you put this shit in our food. You put this shit in our TV. You put this shit on these apps. You put this shit in our newspapers. You put this shit everywhere that is available because you know that we are lustful. We are fleshly beings. We fall easy prey into our earthly desires, and you've successfully been able to harness that demonic spirit and use it because we don't pray enough. That's the truth. We don't pray enough to bind this stuff up, and it's prophetic, and all of this is happening because it was supposed to. But I did find the clip that I was looking for. Hilary Clinton question about frazzle drip. Never heard of this shit before. Never. But she didn't like it. They brought that shit up to her. She was pissed. This is 6 minutes, 33 seconds. I'm gonna let this cook. And yeah, we're gonna finish this one. Y'all ain't getting by with this shit. Hold on a minute. Bring this up on a bigger screen. All right, so I'm gonna give it a solo.
When you saw photos of your husband in a hot tub laying on a beach and getting massaged by other women, and you knew that Jeffrey Epstein was involved in some of these trips and these things, did it concern you at all?
I'm here not to offer my opinions. I'm here to answer specific questions to the best of my ability.
When you saw your husband in these photos with young women being massaged, what went through your mind?
I am not going to speculate.
You didn't have any feelings about young women massaging your husband?
I am not going to offer opinions or speculation about anything that I have no context for and was not there.
In past public statements, as in 2017 speeches and interviews, you described Pizzagate as a baseless conspiracy theory, alleging you and others ran a child sex trafficking ring from a Washington pizzeria basement. Have you reviewed any 2025-2026 Epstein files that were released that you believe reference or relate to those specific 2016 claims regarding the Podesta emails, Comet Ping Pong Pizza used as code possibly?
I'm sorry.
You're asking her about whether she's reviewed emails in the Epstein files which relate to the wacky Pizzagate scam.
You could characterize it however you want. I just would like to know if she's familiar with any of them.
So excuse me, your question is about whether or not she has reviewed any emails in the Epstein release files about Pizzagate.
Correct.
Pizzagate was totally made up. It was an outrageous allegation that ended up hurting a number of people, that caused a deranged young man to show up with his assault rifle and shoot up a local pizzeria. I can't believe you're even referencing it. You should be.
There are connections to the language.
Well, the QAnon people believe there are. So
I don't know what QAnon people believe.
Have at it.
But you've accused certain parties, and I think even right now today, of promoting slow walking or information in ways that fuels conspiracies. In your view, did any Epstein Maxwell related investigations or file handling pre or post 2019 contribute to or intersect with the spread of Pizzagate style theories about Democrat figures?
Objection.
I have no way of answering. That is the most
speculation.
Ridiculously.
Have you or your representatives identified any Epstein file content that has been misinterpreted online to revive those claims? And what steps, if any, have you taken to clarify?
Again, object on the ground of
I think that this is all very reasonable.
Well, first of all, I don't follow the crazy conspiracy stories that are online. I regret that anybody does. I find it quite sad, but also disturbing that people would believe some of what is put forth, like Pizzagate. So I have taken no steps to review anything that might have any connection to something which I think is totally bogus.
Is asking general.
I mean,
general
really,
questions.
I expected a lot of interesting questions today, but Pizzagate was not on my list.
That's okay. We're asking all sorts of things here.
You certainly are. You certainly are.
We're just trying to get the truth out to the American people.
Well, that
and
would
give
be
some clarity.
very helpful.
Are you aware of any files that were on Anthony Weiner's laptop in a folder that was titled insurance, life insurance, with a zip file titled frazzled?
This is way outside the chairman's ruling.
This is way
within the scope. Is this within the scope, Mr. Chairman?
If the chairman rules that it's not within the scope.
Mr. Chairman, based on what you said in the public hearing, is this within the scope?
We can go off the record for a moment.
Mr. Chairman, is this within the scope?
We'll
We'll go off the record and can talk.
And then just a couple of more questions. So regarding the Epstein files, there are many files where Jeffrey Epstein seems to speak as though he does know you personally. In one file, EFTA 006571115, Mr. Epstein is commenting, and he quotes, "Hey, Hilary Clinton is much prettier in person." This was Tuesday, September 20th, 2011. And then another,
Congressman,
I'm not going to object to that.
Congressman, can we see the documents, because we don't think the
we will get that
document says
printed.
it. We don't
Okay.
think the document
Okay.
says it. Not that you're not pretty. I've got to say that.
Jeffrey Epstein has
I'll take it if I can
also
get it.
commented that. All right.
Excuse me, can I interrupt?
I have
There are
another.
photos that are being released of the Secretary.
Put it this way, it don't really matter what you say, as far as I'm concerned. At this point, you're pretty much cooked. There's no explaining or getting out of this stuff. Y'all tried your best to block out everything. You tried to cover up names. You tried your best to keep this shit a secret. You tried your best to stay out of the spotlight. This is what happens when you want that spot. You want to be the president. You want the fame. You want to be in front of the camera. You know there's things that you had to do to stay where you are. Pizzagate, Frazzle Drip. What the fuck? What was the other one with Katie Grove, the whole Uncle Sam Snuff Factory? Like, y'all some real sneaky, freaky, dark, demonic ass people. And y'all been doing this shit forever. We just now paying attention. My apologies to anybody who has ever called it out. If you've ever spoken about it and nobody heard you and nobody thought you were telling the truth and they thought you were just making things up and exaggerating, my apologies. Sorry. We here now, though. We need to hear from you. We need you to speak up. This ain't a time to be quiet. It's time to be on the side that's right. We got too many innocent people getting harmed. Why do we keep allowing the evil to win? Why do we keep allowing the wicked man to win? It's more of us than it is of them. Way more. Think about it. Don't you pay your taxes? Don't you pay your bills and keep your lights on? Don't you deserve to have a say? Are you okay with Life Touch using its platform to covertly snatch up kids? Are you okay with the CPS system using its coordinated efforts to monetize off of family that are broken, snatching them up for profit? There's a gentleman who said that every child that they snatch up via CPS is worth $1 million to them. That is $1 billion industry. These are some of the most demonic people. And what? We don't care. It's not important. But I guess what Cardi B is doing matters more. I guess what Megan Thee Stallion is doing matters more. It has more significance. These bastards is torturing kids and using the fear in the blood to drink it and harvest it so they can live forever like some fucking vampires. Frightening children. Having them do things to each other before they kill the kids and all this other shit. Am I the only one seeing it? Am I the only one bothered by that? I won't be satisfied until they get locked away. I won't be satisfied until more people care. I won't be satisfied until more people decide that enough is enough. I'm not really in the business of being a favorite or nothing. I don't care about that shit. I can't stand pedophiles. I can't stand people who creep on children. I can't stand men and women who prey on children. I can't stand men who snatch women up off the street. I can't stand seeing these sad ass stories of missing kids on my timeline every day. 10 years old, 13 years old, from Columbus, Ohio, from Texas, 13 years old, missing. If you've seen her, please call. I don't like that. I hate that with a passion. So forgive me if I'm not really interested in what's going on in the lives of SZA or Chris Brown. I think the bigger problem to me is, why the fuck ain't none of them talking about it? Why isn't Beyonce talking about the shit? Why isn't Shannon Sharp talking about the shit? Ocho Cinco, they got bigger platforms than me. Why don't your favorite podcasters, why don't your favorite go-tos talk about this shit? Like, what's up? Pierce Morgan, Fresh and Fit. I can go down a long ass list. Why aren't they bringing this up? Right. Because it hurts their monetization. It hurts their brand deals. If they bring these type of discussions up on their platform, they are going to lose money and they can't afford it. That's the difference. And that's why I think so much of this shit is fake, phony as hell. Y'all care about making money. Money is fine. We all need it. But not at the expense of compromising yourself for it. Please. No. No. So y'all can keep Hillary and you can keep Bill Clinton. I'm good on both. I don't need to hear from neither one of them. I'm cool. I promise you, I'm okay. Let's get these kids off the street. Why are they being smuggled? Why are they being put in containers at the fucking dock to be shipped off to other places and all? Like, what is that? Half the stuff that I done talked about on this channel, man, just like I do it because I want people to know, like, this stuff really happened. It's real. It's not just about relationships and infidelity. The Katie Grove story that I did just not too long ago. The Kyle Basinga story we just did yesterday. Come on, man. and you over here bombing other countries. You over here killing kids, blowing up elementary schools. Really? Is that human to you? You sending people's families to war. They coming back in caskets, serving a country that is purposely creating problems. These people dying for nothing. People's families are dying out here for nothing because y'all got your own selfish, greedy, demonic agendas. You can't respect that. That shit sickens me. And it should sicken you. You should be absolutely pissed. You should be just as mad as I am. But I digress. It's just me. My thoughts and prayers go out to every single family that has ever lost a child or a loved one at the hands of these monsters. My thoughts and prayers go out to anyone who is still looking for their loved ones. If you got kids out here or you got family out here that's never came home and you just, I pray for you. I really do. Like there's nothing I can say or write or articulate that could ever give you back what you lost, that emptiness. And it's all because of who? The very people who are supposed to keep us safe and keep us covered. The one nation under God. Look, man, I appreciate y'all. I hope we can make some changes. I hope we start putting more petitions in the air, reaching out to God, asking God to shake some things up, to make some things happen. We need God to move. We need God right now. We don't need him tomorrow. We need him right now. If World War III is knocking at our door right now, we need God more than ever. The enemy has been getting away too long with this stuff. It's time for us to start showing up, showing that God is real. You believe in God, you believe he has all the power and authority, then it's time for us to stand up and start showing proof that he is who he say he is in our life. Don't worry about who's next to you. Don't worry about the opinion. Do your part. Yeah. It's on us. Y'all be safe. Y'all stay covered. Drive safe on this road. Hug your loved ones. Protect them. Talk to them. Have real conversations with them. Don't police it. Don't turn it into politics. Be honest with your folks about what's really going on out here. Till next time.
Examining his own attitude.